They are getting ready out there. They're doing flashing lights. And once again, I'll bring you a ring walk. I brought you a ring walk last time, and we had the Mexican-Russian walking in to, well, basically no music. But we will bring you. And at the moment, we're going to... I'll try... You know what? Let's have a little look, see what they're doing over there at the moment. Let's have a look, see if there's anything going on over there. Oh, they're doing a montage. Oh, they just this top-ranked montage. Yeah. Have a look at this. This is beautiful. If you're still awake, enjoy it. Look at this. If you're not awake, wake up. This is sport. Arguello and Pryor, what a fight. Hagler and Hearns, don't worry, don't blink, don't blink, don't blink, don't blink. I said don't blink, didn't I? Oh!
Tommy's gone.
Outside in Las Vegas, there it is. Oh! Davey Moy gets to him. Don't worry about it, he'll get to him. Duran will get to him. He was unbeaten. Never the same fighter afterwards. Oh, again, Arguello. He's down. Big George, I was there. Mora's gone. Arguello are gone. Pryor. Leonard and Hagler. Oh. Boom. Tommy Hearns. Barrera. This is war. Now, I warn you, this is not for the squeamish. You will probably want to turn the telly off now if you don't like seeing pure violence. Unbelievable. What a fight. Short left hook. Bonavina. Muhammad Ali, he's down. Oh. Oh.
It was fantastic, Steve, to hear a crowd like that in America.
Yeah.
I think we're...
Steve, that's a good point.
You know what, I'm so used to... I go to these Vegas fights, and it is that casino crowd so often there.
But this is real, isn't it?
This is real. That's real. That's fans who are starved a major sport. Like they are in Omaha.
That's absolutely right. Ricky Burns there. We're seeing Beltran. We're seeing clips of Beltran. We're seeing clips of Crawford. It's going to be Beltran coming to the ring first. Once again, I'll let you listen and you can decide. Down on the tape, 27, 33, 5'8", 5'8". Much longer reach, Terence Crawford. That's an awful lot of reach. That's a big, big reach. And then look at this interesting low, 153 tonight, Crawford. 153. That's a lot of weight.
Perhaps we understand.
He's gone from 135 pounds to 153.
When you think, Steve, you know, Mayweather weighs in about 145 for, you know, that's his usual best fighting weight right now. And I shouldn't think Mayweather's much more over that when he weighs in at 145.
Let's have a little listen and a little look at the smiling Mexican. Let's have a little look. Hometown Phoenix. Raymundo Beltran. I had him on one of the radio shows I do. What a smashing human being. Let's have a little listen. Or hopefully there'll be something to listen to. There'll be a bit of mariachi in there somewhere. He's a Mexican. How can you not have mariachi? It's a Mexican. Get in there. There we go. So there's a bit of mariachi in the background. And there are still people out there that insist that they'd love to watch the ring walk. It lasted 20 seconds. Yeah. He walked in smiling with three geezers and a tattoo.
Yeah, you could hardly hear the band. It'd be interesting to see what happens here for the hometown hero.
And we are going to be quiet during that because I want to get that vibe. I want to get that sense of a capacity crowd turning out. Let's have a listen. Come on, let's get to the walk, people. We've all seen a strobe light. We want to see Terence Crawford walking through the people have paid their hard cash to see him. There he is, in white, the Omaha Kid. He's not going to shake your hand. Why do people put their hands out? He's got a pair of gloves on for a start. I mean, I suppose the guy's had a really nice night. He's bought a $200 ticket. He's had a few beers and a hot dog, and he wants to shake hands with Terence Crawford. He probably hasn't worked it out yet. There's Crawford. Looks very relaxed, milking every single second of it. The crowd getting the feel for it. Got his team with him, and it's a decent team. That's a decent team. Now, that's a Chris Eubank Jr. team, that is, if you don't mind me saying so. Go on. Are they getting out the other side of the ring and then walking around again?
I think there was more in Chris Eubank's team tonight.
Yeah,
more biceps in them anyway.
Oh, they were. Terence Crawford. It's 12 rounds for the WBO lightweight title. Terence Crawford will go up, win or lose, I believe. Raymundo Beltran probably deserves to win a world title, to be honest with you. I'd be amazed if this is an easy fight. Let's go, it's buffer time.
CenturyLink Center, Omaha, Nebraska. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBO Lightweight Championship of the World. And it's all brought to you by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated and Tecate Contractor. Sanctioned by the Nebraska State Athletic Commission, Acting Commissioner Jim Hayes, Deputy Commissioner Brian Dunn, and the World Boxing Organization President Francisco Paco Baracarcel, Supervisor John Duggan. The three judges at ringside scoring this fight: Adelaide Bird, Bill Lurch, and Cesar Ramos. And the man in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Mark Nelson. And now, the officials are ready, the fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. Boxing fans, are you ready? Omaha, Nebraska, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red and officially weighing in at 134 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 29 victories, including 17 wins by knockout, with 6 defeats and 1 draw. Damas y caballeros de los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexico, the challenger, the uncrowned champion, Raymundo Sugar Ray Beltran. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with blue and red, officially weighing in at 135 pounds. His professional record is a perfect one, consisting of 24 fights, 24 victories, including 17 wins by knockout. He is the fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBO lightweight champion of the world, Terence "Bud" Crawford.
All right, so all they have to do is clear this ring. In case you think that Ray Beltran is intimidated by the crowd, he told us very clearly yesterday, I don't care what they do. He said actually it juices me up. I get more enthusiastic.
That's a great attitude to have.
And he had a big smile on his face walking out here. He loves it.
I mean, this guy, he's a seasoned veteran. He's been around.
Listen to the chant for Crawford. And expect we'll hear a lot of that tonight.
The WBO lightweight title. You both know exactly what I expect.
Mark
Please
Nelson,
give me a good,
Minnesota,
hard,
gives the
clean
final
fight.
rules.
Obey my
Final
commands
instructions
and protect yourself
anyway.
at all
10-point
times.
must-scoring system.
Touch
No
gloves.
standing 8
Good
count.
luck to both.
No 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case of an accidental foul, we go to the scorecards after 4 rounds. So we're set to go. Crawford is decked out in white trunks. And of course Beltran is in the red and white. So here we go. Round number 1, scheduled for 12. Lightweight championship of the world. Beltran, red shoes, red trunks with white trim. Crawford to the left of your screen, the hometown favorite here, and they love him. Bringing championship boxing for the 2nd time this year to Omaha, Nebraska. And they've turned out and filled this arena. Beltran touches him up downstairs.
Beltran needs to impose his will and just get in Crawford's face.
Many people will say Terence Crawford starts off slow, likes to feel out his opponent, starts off in that orthodox stance. But as you mentioned, Colonel, earlier in the show, he's just as good from southpaw as well, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of that tonight.
Well, I'm not usually in favor of a guy switching to southpaw, but when you train that way, it's a different kettle of fish. And it certainly is the case with the athletic ability of Terence Crawford. So far, Beltran has touched up Crawford more than Crawford has touched him. But you get the idea immediately of the hand speed of Terence Crawford. He has much superior hand speed, and I expect we'll see that play a major factor in this fight before it's over. Downstairs lands the shot, does Crawford. Crawford with his back to you, Beltran facing you to the right of your screen now. Now it's Crawford facing you.
Yeah, Crawford needs to keep him at distance. He's got the reach advantage and counterpunch. That's it. That's what he's got to do. Beltran will be in your face, and he's got that sneaky left hook. He's a good body puncher.
Yeah, watch for his left hook, the way he throws it. He kind of sneaks off the left shoulder of his opponent. In this case, of course, it's Terence Crawford. But he'll sneak off the left shoulder, and then he'll come and try to blindside him with that left hook. Crawford, I'm sure, has watched enough film on Beltran to realize he does that. And as Raul Marquez is saying, as a former champ himself, he knows that the idea for Crawford is to just do exactly what he's doing now. Fight this fight from the outside in the early going. There'll be times when he'll mix it up. And he'll mix it up aplenty before this thing is over. Both guys feeling each other out here in round 1.
Yeah, Beltran is trying to get used to his speed. Crawford's speed. It's going to take a couple of rounds so he can time him and get used to that movement and elusiveness and just, you know, the fast combinations of Crawford.
Well, you know, against Yuriorkis Gamboa, he's fighting another technical fighter. The Cuban fighters fight that way, very technically. But this guy is a Mexican fighter.
Totally the opposite.
And just totally opposite. I don't know who you give that round to. Not a lot between the two of them there.
Obviously, I'm going to give it to the champion. I don't think Beltran did enough. You know, Crawford is the champ. But it was a close round, Colonel. Not too much.
Listen, but you're doing really good with the jab. But remember that jab, 1-2? He's waiting another single jab.
Yeah.
You had that round 1 until the very late end. You started throwing punches. You gotta get out first, okay? You're doing really well. You're chasing him down perfectly, man. You got a little discouraged there, but let him throw as many punches. Let's get some punches go a little bit.
Pepe Riley, who works in the corner of Beltran, former fighter himself.
My teammate from the 1992 Olympics, too. Pepe Riley, he was 147-pounder.
All right, so we get ready to go to round number 2. Crawford in the white trunks and the red, Ray Beltran. Raul thought that Crawford did enough because he's the champion to get the first round. I had it dead even, but you know the judges aren't going to give a 10-10 round, so I might have to lean towards Crawford in that round as the champ. Beltran knows he can't win a decision, so at some stage he's got to turn it up a big notch. Whether he can against the speed of Crawford is what this fight's all about. Is Crawford going southpaw now? Stayed orthodox the entire first round. Now he's fighting as a southpaw, jabbing with the right hand.
Yeah, that switching to southpaw and his movement, it definitely makes it uncomfortable for Beltran.
Fortunate. Oh, I'm sorry, Raul. No, I was just going to say, fortunately for him, he sparred a lot of southpaws in preparing, and the main one that he got a lot of recognition for, of course, Manny Pacquiao, although that was a while ago now.
I mean, sparring for Manny Pacquiao, obviously you learn a lot from Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a guy that, he throws combinations from different angles. He's like an octopus. He's here, he's there. Yeah. He's hitting from everywhere. So Beltran has the experience, but he's got to find a way to cut that distance and deal with Crawford's speed and footwork.
So Crawford stayed orthodox the entire first round, and he's been southpaw most of this round. Trying to confuse Beltran. Beltran hasn't sparred with Manny since 2012, but Crawford, different from most guys that switch, able to land some powerful shots there to the body of Ray.
Crawford fighting really smart. Look at his concentration.
Yeah, distance for him is the whole thing. Yeah, keeping his positioning perfect.
Can't get careless. He can't take him light. Beltran he's tough. Tough as he could get.
Got the right hand through. Tried to clip him with the left.
Just one shot by Beltran. He's gonna need more. He's got to put them together.
Crawford doing very well. That shows the pure God-given athleticism that he has. The rest is about training and being able to do this. Very few fighters can switch this effectively.
That's what Beltran needs to put him in. Have him in the corner. Every time he has him in the corner on the ropes, needs to take advantage there. But you see Crawford's speed.
That was that first left hand, but he didn't catch Crawford with it.
Obey the bell. Obey the bell here.
Beltran not able to do anything with him fighting as a southpaw. Very strange. That's a Crawford round for sure. An interesting shot of Deborah, Terence Crawford's mom, and he's a real family man. Come on, baby.
Terence is her baby, her only son. She has two daughters as well. Terence has 2 sisters, but that's her baby, and nicknamed him Bud since he was a kid, and it stuck with him now. Terence Bud Crawford.
Don't lead with the lupus shots. That's the only time you open for something. Deep breath. Straight shots down the middle. When you're inside. Right here. Inside, you say you throw the lupus shot, but don't lead with nothing lupus. Okay? When you're throwing left hand.
All right, we're getting ready for the 3rd round here. This is scheduled for 12. Crawford slightly out in front in this fight. He definitely won the 2nd round. And probably won the 1st round. So here we go to round number 3. Terence starts out as a orthodox fighter, fighting from the right side, jabbing with the left hand. And his right hand now being his power hand. Fought the 1st round this way as an orthodox fighter. The 2nd round almost entirely as a southpaw. Now here he's back right-handed. Beltran a little squared up for him right now. Terence's positioning is perfect. He's fighting from the outside, lets that left hand go. Beltran, I think he's a little frustrated right now that he can't catch up with this guy at all.
Yeah, it looks to me like with one single punch, that's going to even frustrate him more, because you're not going to get to him with one shot. Crawford has, you know, high boxing IQ. Look at, I mean, he's just smart, very smart in the ring.
For the second time he went after that left hook and wasn't able to land it. That's 2 times in a row. Once as an orthodox fighter and now back as a southpaw.
Great concentration by Crawford. I mean, it's hard. You know, he's fighting his hometown. He got all his fans that are, look how smart. Look how he's spun him around.
Made him look awkward. And that, you know,
made him look dumb.
Yeah, when a fighter falls into the ropes like that, you know, catches the eyes of a judge. Guy's not in total control. That's called ring generalship.
And he's just so slick and so smooth with his movements. I mean, nothing looks forced. Everything looks, he just gets right into that rhythm, and everything becomes automatic for him. And getting into it a little earlier than I've seen him before, which might be bad news for Ray Beltran.
You know, he doesn't let the crowd get to him either. You know, usually a fighter, you know, you got the hometown crowd, you might lose your game plan and start doing the wrong things. No, he keeps his composure. He's sticking to his game plan.
He's right to the game plan. Keeping the proper distance.
Walking back like he should.
Put him back on his heels so he can't hurt you. Crawford facing you now. Name on the front.
Ooh.
Good right hand landed by Ray Beltran. That got Crawford's attention. But he sits down and some shots now himself. Look at Crawford go to work.
I think Beltran is hurt because Crawford is on him. Got him on the ropes there.
Crawford see if he can stop him now. I mean, stop his movement. I think you're right. I think that he might have hurt him with one of those shots in there. Look at the legs there. Look at the legs of Beltran. They're really a little loose on the knees right now.
Yeah, that front leg keeps kind of locking up.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a sign of weakness, but saved by the bell, maybe.
Now, that's certainly a Crawford round. So, as I told you, there will be times when he'll pick it up, as he did then.
He went, but nothing. We changed.
Now watch this, Raul, because Beltran starts it.
You saw that lead left hand by Crawford. Oh, he ran into. Oh, wait. I think he ran into that right hook. He's hurt. Look, he's trying to hold on. He did hurt. I think Crawford did hurt Beltran.
Walk to your left, keep your hands up, and I promise you'll get close to him, okay? Looking good, man. Don't let that bother you. That was a little one punch. Right there.
All right, so the biggest power shot of that round was landed by Crawford. The Beltran, who actually, we were right, his legs were staggering. So here we go to round number 4. CenturyLink Center in Omaha, Nebraska. The Colonel Bob Sheridan with Raul El Diamante Marquez and Cristina Pancha. Our champion, Terence Crawford, in the white trunks. In the red trunks, it's Ray Beltran. Crawford slightly out in front. At least he's won 2 rounds and maybe 3 in this fight so far. Beltran continues to try to sneak off that right shoulder to land his left hook and blindside him with him, but he's tried it twice and hasn't been able to do it. Beltran is kind of on the assault right now, but you see Terence Crawford keeping his distance. He has a perfect distance for this guy, and positioning is so key for him.
Beltran is on him. He closes the distance, but he doesn't throw any punches, Colonel. I think he found out he can't deal with Crawford's speed.
I got it.
Well, speed is the difference.
Yes, that is a difference.
If Beltran has more power, he's unable to, land the shots. And so far, the heaviest blow has been landed off the hands of Terence Crawford, and that's because he's in position when he throws, fighting as a southpaw right now. See that right hand that just shot up over the left shoulder of Crawford. Usually you'll look for the left hook coming right behind that. You get his attention one way, and then Beltran will clip you with that left hook. He's taken out a few guys that way, but he can't deliver it because of the positioning of Crawford.
And the speed too. I mean, he's there, he moves, and Beltran sees it. It's his thinking with about, he's not fast enough, he's not quick enough to catch up to him.
Ray's certainly working as hard as he can. Goes to that right hand, doesn't really catch a piece of Terence, and that's frustrating for a fighter who's working as hard as Beltran is now, but the guy that's landing the punches is Terence Crawford.
He's getting tagged with that jab of Terence Crawford every time.
Up,
and
yeah,
the swelling on the eye. Yep, you can see it already.
It's swelling up his eye.
Both cheeks.
It's early in the fight, still 4th round. Let's see how the eye holds up. Oh, the left eye is really swelling up. And it's solid jab from Crawford.
And that's coming from the right jab as he fights as a southpaw. And then every once in a while when he turns around and fights as an orthodox fighter, it's the left jab, because as you take a look at the right eye, he's puffy below that as well. Crawford really working with the face of Beltran. And smart enough when he gets inside too far in that he can do any damage. He grabs hold of him. This is great boxing by certainly Terence Crawford. Talk about executing a game plan. This is perfection. Bell ends the 4th, and that's a Crawford round. Well, now I ask you as a fighter, what has Beltran got to try to do to get back into this fight?
Beltran needs to keep applying pressure, give him feints. He's got to jab his way in. He's not going to catch him with one single shot.
Punch. John.
That's what he's got to do, Colonel. He's weighing too much. He's not throwing enough punches.
A nighttime view of Omaha, Nebraska.
It's probably pretty quiet out there now, as I think most of Omaha's in here with us tonight, or at least the lucky ones are.
The lucky ones are in here, the people with a few bucks, and everyone else is watching it on the local HBO station in the United States. And all of you people that are watching around the world, we're glad to have you with us on our international feed. Round number 5.
Seconds out.
Forget Saturday, December 13th. Top Rank takes you to the Cosmopolitan Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, for Timothy Bradley and Diego Chavez.
Get the water,
This
guys.
is round 5. Beltran in red. Terence Crawford winning most every round. As we go to the 5th, Crawford in the white trunks, and the crowd loves what they're seeing so far. Let's see if Beltran can execute anything that Raul Marquez said he needs to do.
Yeah, you see Beltran, he's just looking at him, and he's not, obviously he's got to jab his way in. He's not going to just catch him from the outside with a single shot. So he's got 2, 3, 4 jabs to get in. Once he gets in, you know, he might get tagged with some counters from Crawford, but when he gets in, he's got to take advantage right there, bend his knees, and work the body, come up the middle. Don't get back on the outside.
Now Crawford fighting in this round as an orthodox fighter.
Right there, that's where he's got to be.
He's so much more effective when he's on the inside.
Exactly, just rough him up. But, you know, Beltran also knows that when he throws, he knows he's going to create openings, too, for Crawford. He might not want to take the risk, but he has to. That's the only way he's going to win this fight.
Raul.
He has to, exactly.
He has no choice. He's behind by at least 3 rounds, maybe 4. And Crawford continues to box excellently. Whether he fights southpaw or as an orthodox fighter, he's able to land his jab. Right jab right on top of that eye as he continues to fight as a southpaw right now. And his movement, well, what athletic ability it takes to be able to do this from either side. Catches Beltran coming in with the right hand. That's a powerful jab that he's got. Beltran caught him, and now he goes to work to the body upstairs.
That's what Beltran, that's the kind of fight Beltran's going to make.
And now Crawford decides he's going to exchange with him. This isn't the fight he wants, but at some stage, fighters will fight like this. Now he gets his distance, and Beltran comes on. It's an exciting round of boxing right now. 52, 51, 50 seconds to go in the 5th round. Beltran trying to claw his way back into this fight. But he can't sustain it because Crawford is so gifted and so quick. Both with his hands and his feet. And at least to this point has shown equal power with Ray Beltran.
Yeah, Crawford just makes every punch count. He doesn't miss he doesn't miss a lot of shots. Every shot he's catching Beltran coming in.
Very accurate is Terence.
Don't punch.
Beltran ties him up, and Mark Nelson of Minnesota, a fine referee, does his job. Closing seconds now. This is the 5th round, another Crawford round. Look at this hand speed.
And just so effective with that jab. I mean, it's tagging him almost every time.
Everybody that you talk to in boxing, Christina, will say everything comes off the jab, and certainly this is a clinic in that.
We're talking about Crawford's jab and elusive. He comes in. Beltran trying to get aggressive, but Crawford lands a good body shot with the left hand. You see Beltran coming forward. He caught him with some good shots, but you see Crawford very smart. Look at that frame defense, keeping his guard up. Most of them shots were either to the elbows and to the gloves of Crawford, so not much damage there by Beltran. Another Crawford round in my scorecard, Colonel.
And mine as well. Got the mouth open. They're working on that nose, trying to breathe while they get the two Q-tips up his nostrils. And we move to round number 6 at the CenturyLink Center in Omaha, Nebraska, the home of Terence Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford, who starts out as a southpaw, and this the 6th round of the fight. He's had things pretty much his way from the get-go. Round 1 was very even, but other than that, it's easily the score for Terence Crawford through 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're into the 6th round now. It's been the hand speed and the ability to land the jab of Terence Crawford versus Ray Beltran's inability to land his real powerful shots. And there have been a couple of times when Terence has decided to engage with him inside, and again, some of that hand speed again.
This will be the same fight. If he keeps going like this, Crawford just keeps turning him, and his speed, you know, Beltran doesn't let his punches go. He tries, but not being effective. He misses too much.
And when he does, it's usually like one at a time. It's not 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Got to be more consistent, more combinations, 4s, 5, 6 punch combinations, and get in with the jab. He has to get in, find a way to get in with the jab. Even if he's just touching him with the jab, it'll get him inside. It'll get him there. But,
right hand lead from the right hand stance, and here he is working just as good as a right-handed fighter. And as I say that, he switches to southpaw, flips Beltran in the side of the head, and Beltran tries to palm away, throws a straight right hand and backs off Terence for a second. Now Terence plants, and they mix it up inside. Every once in a while, Terence will plant and stay right and won't give ground, and will go ahead and mix with him. That's not the style he wants to fight, but as long as he's landing 2 and 3 punches to everyone that Beltran lands, it's very effective for him.
Beltran is trying to catch him with that sneaky left hook. He caught him a couple of times, but not just one again, one shot. And it's Crawford, the one that's working off of that and throwing doing angles and throwing 3 and 4 punch combinations.
Crawford is so quick on his feet that it's very difficult for him to set him up by throwing his right hand and then that left hook that he really wants to catch him with. I'm talking about Beltran trying to land his left hook. He's got one of those sequins right very close to his eye, and so I don't like these sequence trunks for boxers, because it never fails to get on the body and close to the face, and in this case it's very close to Beltran's left eye. Closing seconds now of the 6th, and another round that is just going every bit of the way that Terence Crawford would want it to go. It's perfect for him.
Great job. Thank you.
This is Ray Beltran. That eye is puffed up, almost closed.
How you doing? Looking good, man. You're starting to come on.
Water.
You know what? They don't look like they're doing much work on that eye at all. I'm surprised. I didn't see him with the cold press earlier. There's a little ice pack, but
seems to be trouble with that nose. He may have a broken nose too that they're working on for the past 2 in his Crawford's corner.
Bo Mack having him going through some breathing exercises.
Hey, after that double jab starts going back downstairs to that left hand to the body.
body work. We haven't seen much of that. I mean, he's been so efficient with the jab. It's not like you need to, but if maybe if he wants to get the stoppage, some of that body work, like his corner's calling for, would be good to see.
Because Beltran does take a good shot, so let's try to break him down with some good, solid body shots.
Now here we go to the second half of the fight here. Round number 7 in Omaha, Nebraska. Terence Crawford in the white to the right of your screen. It's Ray Beltran in the red trunks with his back to you now. Pawing, but not touching him is Beltran. Crawford fighting as a southpaw again. The chant is up for Terence Crawford. Crawford's again, his positioning is perfect. There's that left hook, but it didn't quite catch him again. He's tried it, I think that's his 5th time, and he just hasn't caught him flush. And a lot of that is because of the defense of Terence, the way he moves so well.
Yes. I mean, he's been successful with that sneaky left hook in the past with other fighters, but not with Crawford. And I'm sure Crawford studied his tapes. He's aware that that's his signature punch. That's one of Beltran's best shots. That it's like it's real sneaky. If he lands, he's got power behind it. But not tonight.
It's because he almost walks past you on the left side of his body, and then all of a sudden, bam, out of no place comes that left hook. But he can't, he's trying to slide around to off the left shoulder of Crawford, but Crawford moves back and forth. He can't keep getting that position. He can't get the position he wants.
Can't time it. It's hard to time out.
Meanwhile, Crawford has perfect position.
Shot there,
Nails him underneath both elbows to the solar plex area, just above the trunks. Now he plants and he's ready to mix his Terence Crawford. Beltran looks very frustrated right now. He lands the right hand. Crawford lets him go. There's the hand speed of Terence Crawford as Beltran goes after him. Crawford plants. He doesn't run. He's ready to exchange. Body shot. Back comes Beltran, but he can't land the shot. Terence sets right up in front of him again. Action slowed down just a bit. Beltran tries to reach downstairs. No damage done to Terence.
That jab, that Crawford jab, setting everything up so fast and just giving Beltran a lot of problems.
Beltran tried to open it up, and that time Crawford just stood toe-to-toe with him. So there are times when he elects to go ahead and exchange with this guy, and he's getting more confidence as Beltran looks like he's withering just a bit. We're only in the 7th round of the closing seconds now of the 7th round. But Crawford looks the fresher of the two. He's been the quicker of the two throughout. Now he has him in the corner. Let's see if he tries to catch him, and the bell catches him first. So Crawford wins another round.
Feeling good, but all right, this round was really good.
We see Crawford lead left to the body that connected on Beltran.
Hey, force him to his left. Down, okay? You gotta pick up the pace. You gotta let your hands go again, okay? Let's go.
Let's win the round. Let's not work them, right?
One punch is gonna turn.
That was a good round for you. Push them around a little bit. You caught him with some good.
Telling Beltran that was a good round for him. That's for the fighter, because it was a terrific round for Crawford. I've got it scored 70-64. And it could be 70-63 if I thought that some judges might give that first round to Beltran, but that's why I have it. Again, my scores will try to give you an indication why I think the judges are going to see it.
Yeah, I got Crawford winning every round in my score.
Well, I've given him 10 points in every round myself. So here we go to round number 8. Crawford in total control in terms of executing his fight plan, fighting from the outside. He's picked 2 or 3 different occasions during the course of the fight where he'll sit down and go ahead and mix with this guy. And in both of the occasions that he's done that, he's taken the advantage away after the exchange.
Hey, Beltran can't find the solution. Look at that. That's one. Look at that speed.
Now Beltran, out of frustration, comes in and tries to throw something. But what does Crawford do? He just gets him off balance, fighting from the southpaw stance. Grabs the head, just kind of trips him up a little bit. Gets him off balance. Left cheek of Beltran continuing to swell. The nose may be broken the way they've worked on it in between every single round. Kind of a pot shot.
He's having fun now. Touch him with the jab, then just went up the middle with the jab hand with an uppercut.
Naked Beltran miss with his wild right hand shot. Unable to execute his left hook like Beltran would like to. Trying to get in position for it. He lands a couple of left hooks, but to the body of Terence. He wants to land that one upstairs, but
Crawford, he's smart. He ties him up and then just walks him down. Let the referee break him apart.
Crawford touches him up. All he has to do is continue boxing like this for the rest of this fight, and it'll be a nice, not particularly crowd-pleasing fight, but there will be times when they'll mix it up good, and that's what the crowd loves. Beltran trying to land something with power, but none of those shots had any power behind them. You think he expected Crawford to fight this much southpaw against him with all of the training that he did?
All of the training that Crawford did, or Ray?
That Ray did, yeah.
Well, I feel like he's really comfortable in that southpaw position. I think when he fought Gamboa, that's when everything changed for him, is when he did switch to that position. And I think having his power hand up front is something that he's extremely comfortable with.
Well, there's no question he's comfortable with it, and he's able to execute it as a southpaw as well. He's able to throw with power. He doesn't get hit anymore as a southpaw, which some guys do. But Terence Crawford, most successful as a southpaw tonight, and he wins the 8th round as well. Put that one in the bag.
Doing is go throw punches more than you do. Listen to me, you're gonna win the rounds, right? You're doing all the work by pushing them, but you're not throwing the punches. Okay? Yeah, bro, it's not no, hey, just throw the punches, even when you miss. Figure them out, right? I know this is a fight. You gotta figure it out, right? Take your time.
Force him to his left. Not let him keep going to his right. Cut it off and force him, flush him back to his
I know he's tricky. This is what it's all about, man. Let's figure it out, right? Go to throw punches in his chest, just let him go.
We'll see Beltran, they're both pounding each other, but see Crawford just beat him with the jab and the 1-2 down the middle. And that's been the story the whole night. Crawford's jab, speed,
Seconds out.
his movement. If he's in trouble, he holds him, he walks him down, lets the referee break him apart, and look at Beltran's left eye.
All right, here we go from the CenturyLink Center in Omaha, Nebraska. It's round number 9. Crawford winning, if not every round, just about every round. My score sheet, I've got it 80-72 or 3, whatever you want to do with that first round. But certainly Crawford hasn't lost any rounds. This is the night. Crawford in white. He's the champ. Beltran trying to lift the title. But it's unsuccessful so far for him.
Colonel, I really thought we would see a little more offense, a little more of letting his hands go from Ray Beltran, but maybe that's just a testament to the speed and power of Terence. But I thought I would see him a little more offensive than what we've seen thus far through 8 rounds.
You know, Christina, I think he's trying to do that, but it's so hard to hit that it's frustrating. Here he is landing a few shots now in the corner, and Terence has the ability to tie him up and spin him again. Now takes the center position in the ring, does Crawford, gets him out where he wants him, and goes back to the jab. The hand speed has been the big difference in the fight, and you're right. I was surprised that Beltran hasn't tried to mix it up more, but I have a sense that it's the defense of Crawford more than the inability or the lack of desire of Beltran to want to do that.
Yeah, I don't think he can. I mean, he's trying, but he can't. It's easy to say the net. I mean, sometimes you see fighters, because I've been there before. I've studied tapes of, some fighters that I've fought in the past, and I said, oh, I can get to this guy. But he's so sharp and crisp. You hit him, and then he's gone, and I'm like, and I'm looking for him. Look, my style was more like Beltran. I came forward, and, I'll give you a good example. When I fought Fernando Vargas, I hit him with a shot, and then he'll hit me, and then boom, he wasn't there anymore. And that's what Crawford is doing.
And Vargas, when you fought him in his prime, was very fast.
Exactly. It's very sharp, you know, and you can't find it. It's like, wait a minute, this guy is faster than what I saw on film, you know, when I was studying case. And that's has been the problem here tonight with Beltran.
Well, yeah, Ray's definitely not in Scotland anymore. This is a whole other type of opponent than Burns was.
He's trying as hard as he can, but he just can't come up with anything serious because of the terrific defense of Crawford. And Crawford doesn't get, you know, maybe enough credit for his fine defense because he looks so offensive-minded, but slipping punches, sliding back and forth, throwing all the time, keeping the guy off balance. When he comes in, he punches at his hands. How are you going to land a right hand when the guy throws a punch on top of your hands? And that's the end of the 9th round and another Crawford round. So the only way that Beltran can win is by way of knockout, and that doesn't appear like it's going to happen in this night.
Hey, you see that under there? All right, he can fall into it. He'll fall into it. You throw it after the hook or you throw it first. He'll fall into it. When he's coming in, you're going to bring that right foot forward. And he come in, he lead to that right side. Lead right into that left eye.
You'll see Crawford punishing that left eye. Look at that. 2 jabs, 2 solid jabs. Beltran misses with the lead. And Crawford just keeps jabbing away. Then he holds him, walks him, you know, smart fighter.
Don't let him tie you up. Respect him. He doesn't look at what he has nothing. He hasn't shown anything, all right? Let's go.
We get 9 minutes of boxing to go. It would take a knockout for Beltran to win this fight, and Crawford at this stage seems much stronger, obviously much quicker. He's been throughout the course of the fight. And here we go again. Round number 10. 10, 11, and 12 to go. It's championship time. And Crawford has dominated throughout.
Not only is Crawford's WBO lightweight title on the line, but also the Ring Magazine belt that they talked about a little bit this week. And that to Crawford, that belt means a lot to him too, because that's voted for by the people and by the boxing community as the #1 pound for pound in his division, and which he is undoubtedly. But he's looking to keep one and take the other one home tonight.
Terence Crawford is certainly on the road to doing just that. Keeps that right hand high, hand speed, trying to sucker Beltran in to let go with a big left hand. But the right hand jab from the southpaw stance is terrific, and then he snaps out the left. Beltran tries to smother him, but he can't.
Yep, he's missing. He's missing. Look at that jab, snapping his head back now. All night long.
Again, Beltran misses, but Crawford doesn't. I mean, Beltran threw 2 punches. Crawford threw about 8 and landed every one of them. Beltran threw 2 and didn't land any in that last little bit of an exchange. And here's Crawford right where he wants him. This is the perfect distance. This is exactly where he wants to fight him. He's dictated when he will go in. He's dictated on him, I think, 3 different occasions when they really mixed it up. Maybe 4. But Crawford is definitely the ring general, and it's very frustrating for a guy with the pedigree of Raymundo Beltran.
Oh, beautiful body shot there. Left hand to the body. Beltran just ran right into it, the solar plex.
His eyes have been puffy for the past 3, 4, 5 rounds. Crawford continues to work that jab right on top of the most seriously injured eye, you might say. That left cheek. Oh, he caught him with the right hand. He's not going to call that a knockdown. He calls it a slip, but there was a punch there that dropped him. And again, Mark Nelson kind of behind him. Not that it makes any difference at this stage, but Beltran was hit with a punch and he went down. Beltran's legs right now very, very spindly and very, very heavy.
You see that glare in his look in his eyes. He's lost in there.
Yeah,
look at him.
He looks like a deer in headlights. And a powerful left hand there, closing seconds. I want to see that knockdown and see the replay of that. He got off the hook, but it only saved him a point, and it's academic anyway because he lost the round 10-9. Here's the incident right here. I mean,
well, looks like.
Let's see. We see it again. So he gets hit.
Where would he have slipped?
I don't see him slipping. I
don't know. It looked like his leg just got wobbly and he went down.
That's what it looked like to me. But remember, Mark Nelson's in there, and he's in a position that is different from what we're seeing it. But you take a look at this now. This might. So he's hit with a.
Well, I don't think it's going to matter. I mean,
no, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Won every
matter.
round.
I get 100 to 90 basically.
I agree
with 2 rounds to go.
Do you see Bud pouring it on at the start of this round, seeing if he could pick it up where he left off?
Well, he took out Yuriorkis Gamboa in the 9th round. We're in the 11th round now. I think he'd like to get a knockout because I think he feels like he knocked him down in the last round, and the legs of Beltran aren't totally recovered. He's had trouble, and in fact the nose is broken. He's having trouble breathing out of that nose, sucking in the wind. So he may be more fatigued than what we are led to believe right now. But look at how flat his feet are and how much on his heels he is, Beltran. Crawford just pot-shotting him now with that jab. Fighting as a southpaw. He goes with the left-hand lead that time and catches him again. He's right on top of that left eye of Beltran all the time here in the 11th round. He's touching it every time, and the eye just closing up more and more.
A beautiful lead. I mean, he's on point with that. The jab lead. Just basic boxing. I mean, simple. He's waiting for him there.
Ray's a tough cookie, though. He's got quite a chin, and maybe against any other lightweight, you know, this would be a better night for him. But I mean, you're going against Terence Crawford, and man,
yeah, the speed is incredible.
It's incredible.
The footwork, his conditioning too. I mean, a fight like this for 11, 12 rounds, moving around, the speed, he's throwing a lot of punches against a guy that's strong, and he keeps coming, and he's taking his shot. That's tough.
It's impressive.
And to be able to do it as a southpaw for most of this fight, and you know, he's listed as an orthodox fighter, but he's fought most of this fight as a southpaw very effectively.
They may have to change that, Colonel, after these last 2 fights, predominantly 8 or more round southpaw.
Here he is fighting orthodox now, and he lands the left hook. Got clipped with a little shot there. And this is what Beltran needs to do a whole lot more of. But he can't, you know, just with the little upper body movement that Terence has, he can't land the shot, even though he was in perfect position for it. Now Terence throws him up against the ropes and picks up his pace a little bit. Beltran wants to mix it now. With 32 seconds to go, he comes to the uppercut. Now they're going to mix it up. Crawford loads up his shot. Touches him up as the southpaw again. Goes to the left-hand lead downstairs. Back upstairs. Hits Beltran with the left hand. Pushes him off and sets it up. Mark Nelson says, don't push him. Now the blood trickles from that, what could be a broken nose. It's been a problem all night. Big left hand. Hits Crawford on the assault. Trying to finish it right now. But there's not going to be enough time in this 11th round. But a big finish in the 11th round for Terence Crawford. They love him here. Listen.
He walks around smiling at everybody, parading like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he wants to get credit for his work. Hey, you got my credit.
Hey, mine too.
Crawford, you're doing a great job.
I co-sign. You almost get the feeling at any moment he wants to just turn it up a little bit that he can't, Colonel. It's like he's automatic tonight with whatever he wants to do.
He started out by executing his game plan from the get-go. You take it, Raul. Here's the end of the round.
Here we see, look, he's getting to work there. Nice combinations there. Some of them were catching Beltran's shoulders but you know, he hurt him. You know, it was there's the there that right hook. Beltran still making miss. He was making him miss some of them, but it was exciting for the crowd. And let's see how Crawford comes out in this last round. Let's see if he looks for the knockout.
Well, he was looking for it in the 12th round. In the 11th round, there's no reason why he wouldn't look for it now in the 12th. Try to put an exclamation point on the tremendous work he's done through 11. Beltran, meanwhile, is kind of out on his feet. Very heavy in the thighs. His heels are heavy, loose in the knees. And Crawford wants to take him out. You can just sense it in every gesture that you see that he'd love to take him out. But he's not rushing it. He's waiting to get position. Now he switches southpaw again. Trying to catch him with a shot coming in. Beltran tries to engage, almost slaps at him with the left hand. None of that's going to hurt Crawford.
Oh, nice left hand right there by Crawford over the top.
Crawford maintains his position. You know, when you're out in front in a fight like this and everything is going your way, and to be able to maintain this kind of discipline is extraordinary in its own right. Terence Crawford is the real deal, folks.
So, I mean, it's incredible how accurate he is with his shots.
And you're probably seeing him for the last couple of minutes here as a 135-pound fighter. He'll move up to fight at 140 next, and there's all kinds of guys in that division that will make for very interesting fights. Crawford really enjoying his time now for the last minute and 25 seconds to go. Totally outmaneuvered this guy. He outworked him with his jab in the early going. When they had the exchanges, he won the exchanges. He made Beltran miss. Look at this. Let's go with a power shot again. Beltran looks like he could be ready to go at any moment here as Crawford loads up shots trying to dump him. But no quitting Beltran. Less than a minute to go in the fight. Beltran, I give him all kinds of credit in the world. He is some tough cookie. A couple of borderline body shots there that really have to be taking the wind out of Beltran right now at this stage in the fight. But Ray keeps coming forward, hoping that he can land something with power. But it's not going to happen tonight, folks, with 35 seconds to go in this fight. Crawford still has the movement. He still wants to go for the knockout if he can catch him. That's what he'd like to do, up on his toes. Beltran is in tremendous physical condition because he's taken some serious punishment in this fight.
A lot of punishment. But Crawford, too, he's in great shape because he threw a lot of punches.
Crawford's in sensational shape.
Excellent, yeah.
Closing seconds now of this fight. And it's been all Terence "Bud" Crawford. When that bell rings, we'll let you listen to the crowd. I scored at 120-108, giving Terence Crawford every single round of this fight.
Yeah, I agree. I gave him every round. I mean, he's a great fighter. He's very impressive. And he really got to work tonight.
I think Beltran appreciates the ability of Terence Crawford now if he never did. Now, what we're going to do, folks, to give you kind of a heads up, is we're going to wait till the local channel here in the United States has the opportunity to interview Terence Crawford. And then we'll have Christina Poncher in the ring, and Christina will interview Terence. In the meantime, I suppose we'll recap the other fights that we've seen tonight. But we still have to make this one official. And as soon as Michael Buffer has the scores, we'll be able to give it to you. I again scored at 120-108, giving every single round to Terence "Bud" Crawford. Terence Crawford will win it by unanimous decision without doubt, but it's just a question of how much it was. We gave him every single round. Here's Michael
Ladies
Buffer.
and gentlemen, after 12 rounds, we go to the scorecards. Cesar Ramos and Adelaide Bird both have it 119-109. Bill Lurch scores it 120-108. All three scores go to the winner by unanimous decision. From Omaha, Nebraska, this Bud's for you. Still undefeated. Still the WBO lightweight champion of the world, Terence Bud Crawford.
Oh yes, this Bud is for you. A flawless performance, Mr. Lillis, from Mr. Bud Crawford there.
Yeah, fantastic. Everything about him was superb tonight. You know, his timing, the way he would switch occasionally, of course, most of his success is southpaw. And you know what? He bashed up a decent contender there. That wasn't, you know, a poor challenger. That he bashed him up, and he seemed like a well-oiled machine. The last minute of every round, he'd step it up, and all credit for Beltran to get him through it. He is a superstar in the making. You can't help but think that.
And if ever there was a moment when he felt like he put Beltran under a bit of pressure, maybe hurt him, maybe saw something in his eyes, he poured it in, poured it on.
Yeah, I mean, it was at the end of each round. I thought he was superb, Steve. You know, everything about him. He seems to have everything. I mean, I watched him there, and you know, even at this hour of the day, you're like, wow. He's got everything. You know, he's got that bit of superstar status about him. You know, and you can see why he's probably going to go up. He's enormous, and that weight tonight, 153
Yeah, 153 pounds. Let me just clarify that. He's 135 pounds. That's the limit. He came in the ring at 153 pounds. Beltran, by the way, came in at 147 pounds. At 153 pounds, that actually makes him, if I am not mistaken, it makes him a big light middleweight.
Yeah, well, he's light middleweight's 154.
Yeah, so he's a big old light middle.
Massive welterweight, come a small light middle.
So he's talking about going up to light welterweight, Steve. What we've got to see, we know how big he is tonight. We've seen it there. We need to see how big he is against a proper light welterweight, not another lightweight,
right.
Another super feather's got a big light welter.
There's plenty out there. I still wouldn't be surprised if someone like Chris Algieri was still in the mix for to go back and fight for his title with it being vacant. You know, I think Lucas Matisse up there. He's the #1 for the WBO. You know, I don't know, you know, what the WBO are going to mandate for the fight if he does move up as expected.
He'll move up, there's no problem.
Sort of fight would be Chris Algieri, who is a big 5'10".
What a good fight that'll be.
Love to see
Because also, you've got to imagine now that the whole thing with Bud Crawford, and we'll wind this up, Steve, we've got about a minute left. The whole big thing with Bud Crawford is he does move in to that area. So if you've got Algieri, you get a measurement tool.
We were talking that, and also we were talking earlier about these guys like the super bantams who are jumping up. He might be looking at 3 or 4 fights next year at light welter, and then why not go to welter?
Why ever not? Stevie, it's been fantastic having your company since about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, because that's where we started at the XL. Could I just tell you, I'll give you some statistics if I can, if I'm allowed to, okay? We did 108 rounds. 108 rounds, 11 fights from 2 venues, British title fights, European title fights, half a dozen different weights, and 2 world title fights. Bud Crawford is still the champion. You saw the rest of it. You saw him, Gradovic, retain his title by a draw. But Bud Crawford, have we seen the start and the end of his lightweight reign and the start of his move up? It's been a long couple of days. It's been a long week. From Steve Lillis and from me and from everybody here at Box Nation, thanks for your devotion during what has been, well, basically, the last 15 or 16 hours. I'll see you on Friday.